I had a couple of purposes coming down here. Here's one of them. See where there's been a hog rooting right there, but he's not rooted a lot. This is the place to, well, there's a track though. There's a hog track, so there may be a, oh yeah, here's some more rooting. There's beginning to be a population of them get back in here. I trapped a bunch out a while back, and this is, of course, this floods down in here. This hot wire I've got up to keep the cows in, but in these sandbars they do two things. Number one, this is where them old hogs like to come root. They just like it. They don't care. They don't care if there's anything in here or not, I don't think. They enjoy rooting. It's probably cool this time of year too, rooting to that old sand. But anyway, they haven't just been in here really staying, I can tell, because you can sure see when they get in here and they're staying, which there's some rooting in here, all right, but it looks old to me. I don't think it's too fresh. Probably been one hog in here and he's not stayed. Somebody may have already shot him. Sure not worth us putting trap up probably. So anyway, all right, well, we'll do some more here in a minute. All right, good afternoon, folks. We're going to try to do a little fishing this evening. We may not do a whole lot. Me and the kids tried to find some worms, and we could have found plenty if we would have got them out of our compost pile, but we didn't. We decided we were going to try to get them down here. I hate to get them out of the compost and our garden, because it's they're working the dirt and doing what we need to do. But we only found 2 worms and we found a snake. But anyway, we're going to try to catch a few perch. We're using a number 2 True Turn Eagle Claw long shank hook, and I know that seems like a little bit of a big hook to catch bait with, but the thing about it is if we don't use something with a long shank and it's too easy for them to get it in their mouth, we're going to end up hooking them too deep, and that's not what we want, because we need them. For one thing, there's not enough left down here in this little creek to waste them, and another is if they're dead, that's not what we want. I'll use cut shad, and that's just fine, but I don't particularly like it. So anyway, trying to mess with my camera. So right here's what I'm using. This is a Microlite Plus. It's just a little Bass Pro Shop reel, and a Bass Pro Shop Microlite rod, and it's 5.5 foot, but I mean it is limber. And I took it down on the Illinois River this spring one evening and caught a mess of pretty good sized sow sand bass with it, and I'm telling you what, you talk about a fight. But anyway, we've got 4-pound test line. Usually I've got Mr. Crappie, but today we're using string, just 4-pound string line. So anyway, if we can catch us some bait over the next few days, we'll probably go set what we call noodles. A lot of people call them jugs. I don't use flip-flops a whole lot. Those flipper jugs, they're fine. I've got some really good buddies that use them, but the thing I don't like about them is they don't cover any water, and I like for them to cover water. Not only is the fish coming to them, but they're going to the fish. So anyway, let me get ready here, and we're gonna see what we can do. All right, well, we made her here to the creek, and we're just gonna jump right off down in here and go right over here and find us a little bit of a brush pile, and go over here. You can see right over here where the brush pile is. Old creeks are really getting low. Sure getting low. Yeah. All right, hope y'all can see what I got going on here. We're just gonna hook enough on to cover the hook, like that right there. Nothing special. If we were trying to do something besides catch some bait, we might do something different. Just flip her out there, watch our line. Seen some sunfish after it there, what we call them, sunfish. They're nesting this time of year. We ought to have something get after it here in a second. We may have to get a little closer to. We may have to get a little closer. I tell you what, there used to be a lot more fish in this old creek than what there is now. There we go. Now, we ought to be able to let that sink for just a minute and get a little bite. Oh, there's a bite. There's a bite. Oh, missed him. Oh, he's after it again. There we go. That's just what we need for bait right there. Just what we want.
Dad, can we go second?
Well, I guess we won't use him. Oh, there's a big old catfish right here. There's a bite. Got him. Just a little, it's really surprising how big a hook these little bitty fish, you can see he's not very big. But it's not hooking them deep, so that's really important. All right, we'll just see what we can do. Again, we may hook on a big old fish here in a minute. There's a big catfish running around in there. Several catfish. Some of them are small. That is so unusual. We might have to come down here after dark, and there's one in there that he's probably 5 pounds. Oh. Here we go. Here's a little fish. Huh, had a pretty good size brown bass following it line side. No, smallmouth. We call them brownies here. Really thought we'd do a little better than that. I don't know if y'all can see that catfish swimming around, but that dude, he's everywhere. There we go. A little better fish. Ultralight tackle's nice. Yeah. My wife sees him, he'll be on the dinner plate. There goes that catfish out through there. I don't know if you guys can see him. He's going up the creek. make a cast. There we go, we hooked one. Lots of these little sun perch in here today, like this. As that bait gets a little smaller, it's harder to make a cast out in there, seems like. There we go. Another. Those little dudes are biting. This time of year, it seems like they do bite a little more. They're not that aggressive of fish in the early part of the spring, but they're probably beginning to come off the nest. And I'd say they've got pretty aggressive. I can see some decent fish in there. I just don't think I don't think it's getting to them. I think it's getting picked up before there's, oh, that was a nice one. I don't know if I still got him. Yeah, there you go. There we go. Black perch. Oh, he's a good one. He's a good sized perch. Nice one. That little fish, he's got to have decent fillet on him. Yep. And we'll make us a cast out there. We're getting down to where we've just kind of got skin of the worm on there, which we don't have a whole lot of worms, so we're just going to be very, as long as we can catch something, we're going to keep fishing it. And a lot of the time when you're fishing for bait, the smaller piece of worm that you have, the easier it is for them to get it in their mouth, even if you have a little bit bigger hook. So I've pulled line off this reel this spring. I broke off a few times and it's beginning to show. Oh, I've got a little old catfish down there now around all that. Hey, here we go, folks. Here we go. Look here, what bit on the little old skin of a, there you go. I thought, oh, there's another fish with him. I'm telling you, these little old smallmouth, they can fight. It's unbelievable how they can fight. There he is. Hey, he's not huge. He may be a pound, 3/4 of a pound. I'm telling you, we used to really catch some good ones out of this creek. I tell you what has hurt more than anything is the otters. But this is a healthy little fish. We'll let him go now. There he goes. Fine when they're picking it up, but seems like I'm jerking it out of their mouth a whole lot. Oh, they're gonna make another run after it there. Nope, didn't catch him. Something I didn't show y'all a while ago is a lot of the time when I'm fishing like this, oh, there I had a bite. I'll put my hooks under a piece of tape and just tape it to my arm like that. Good way to keep your hooks. I think we're about ready for another piece of worm here. We're all tangled up. There we go. There's some pretty good sized stuff running around in there. I might. It kind of always amazes me. You know, these fish in these little creeks and stuff, they're such opportunists that they'll just bite on anything. Anyway, I can still see a few little old catfish in there. I think I'm going to fool around and catch one of them before it's all over if I can. It's hard to get it to the bottom. Whoop. Hard to get it to the bottom with all these perch in here. I said I was bait fishing. Now I'm trying to catch. Catch catfish. Anyway, we'll see. If they'll let him go to the bottom, I'm sure we'll catch one, because they're running around in there. The most I've seen in years. Well, they've kind of let up on me here. I'm gonna have to change positions or get in a little further, or something has changed. Oh, well, maybe me that changed. Well, I'm gonna do like my old buddy that I watch all the time on YouTube. I'm gonna do like old Richard Gene, the fishing machine. I can see them little old catfish in there, and I hooked a pretty good sized piece of worm on there, and it's wiggling as it goes down. So let's just see. Well, something a little too small got to it, I would say. There, whatever it is, we caught. Oh, yep, pretty good one there. That's a good one. That's a good one. Something has already tried to make lunch out of him. Look at his back right there. That's a good little perch. Good little perch. I see a line-side bass in there. See another catfish in there. Never seen so many catfish in this. I think this is what I call a calico right here. No, it's just a black perch. He's got a little brown tinge to him. Good bait. That's good bait.